Hi Libra, if you want to come on in, have a seat. We're going to take a look at your rorschach we did earlier in April, and we're going to flip it for perspective possibilities if you want to take a screenshot. So you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Libras, as always, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. We'll scry your ink blot, add on Tarot and Oracle along the way, and the spirit box is already rocking and rolling. So for any added shout outs that may resonate or will add to our atmosphere here. Libra, when you're ready, let's close the eyes, take a deep breath, relaxing and releasing the race and the rush. Cleansing the palette of perception, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. It's like a pergula or something, you know, like one of those things that are like over, maybe they're like some sort of back porches or something like that. Is it pergula? I see a pergula. Anyway, I'm also seeing a stork. Is it a stork?
Maybe.
It might be a stork. Like I'm not 100% sure yet. There's a creature up there, and I'm trying to discern what it is because it looks like a male. So I don't know if this male is still physical, your energy, or in spirit yet, but it's working on this pergola. Like it looks like a lattice. And things that, it's almost like I can see like hanging things that you like, or shiny objects, or I don't know, just something to create some sort of ambiance. Okay, so I'm going down another rabbit hole here, if that resonates with you. If not, there's this other story coming through on the other side. It almost kind of feels like I'm coming out of some sort of, I'm going to say war, but it's not war. No, it could be inspired by that. Like I just feel like I'm, you know, like daggers at me, emotional daggers, and it's something emotional in that maybe a stork. And I actually have grabbed something by like the top of the head, and I'm like dragging it with me in a positive way. Like we need to go. Like enough is enough outside of this. I don't know if somebody's having issues with possibly their children, or you know, maybe if they're teenagers, this, that, or the other. But it's almost like what I was sensing is the male before, and it could be the male energy or archetype of the self is grabbing the female energy. And it's like, you know, when sometimes they say like you just need to step away and say, okay, I don't know, maybe seek professional help, this, that, or the other, to help decide like how to go about this. Anyway, I'm not saying it's about a child, it's just something. And then it brings me back to the pergola lattice thing, and the reason why it's almost like a protective measure of what's that called? Like when you're hiding and you might like one of those nets with all the leaves on it, and it feels protective. And I'm going to hang things on it to almost in a way to like cleanse it, to cleanse the protection, to cleanse what it is that I'm trying to not hide from, but kind of, but I feel like it's external to me, Libra. Even though it's external, there's still something about it. Okay, but thank you. So we pulled out here the star come through. And what I want to do is like, so up here is where I was seeing all the, like one side was the pergola, the other side is kind of like the wands, the one figure pulling this one saying, let's go. But there's a light right in here, and in the star card, see the light right there? I want to insert this right there. And see, it's like there's even this coverage. Ooh. And I'm observing. I'm not going to lie, Libras. It's like, did I make the right decision? I don't know. The Fool's right behind it. With the Two of Swords, did I make the right decision? Oh, with the devil. That's snuck in. See? It's like the snork. The stork of swords. And stork may mean anything to you as well. So please follow that. Same with the card meanings. I tend to read the artistry and the aura of them. So you're creating a new beginning. But it's like there's an indecision. Did I do the right thing? I don't know. Did I give up? I don't know. This, that, or the other. And it's like that's the devil still sneaking in. Right? Like, I don't, even if this is in regards to a breakup and, you know, like going back to the ex or this, that, or the other, maybe you've had to go into like witness protection program as well. Something along that lines. Okay, so, but I want to go through the gates of the star and the sun's on the bottom. I'm not going to lie, when I saw the devil card come up, it might have to do with something with the male energy, but I do feel like it's a male incarnate, so that's their earthly expression as well, that whether it's a son, a brother, or a partner, because the stork's the messenger, right? Yeah. And it's like they might land on your doorstep again, claiming, oh, you know, I've changed or this, that, or the other. Libra. My goodness. But you have the star and the fool. It's almost like the guardians or parents or just your pillars within yourself. You're like, but I don't want to go back to my ex or whoever this person is to you. I'm looking for a new beginning. So you're keeping an eye out. Even though, you know, we can never really be sure. But when I wandered into the gates of the star, I came into the sun. Oh, did it come through? Well, it is the sun. And that feels really, really warm. The Knight of Cups is on the bottom. And I feel like with boring, you kind of want life to be a little bit boring for a little bit. Like boring would be bliss. Like to just like breathe and be. But I do feel like this person, whether it's an ex or somebody surrounding you, a child, this, that, or the other, they might come back and be like, let's keep going. You know, like, I'm sorry. I don't want to keep going because it's an uncomfortable story. But if you're brave enough to be in it, I'm brave enough to be here with you. Apologize. So it's like they're going to come through to apologize to you and be like, no, 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 no. 10 of Spears, 5 of Spears right behind it. And the Hangman. Maybe it's in regards to money. I don't know what this is about. Maybe they're chasing you down for money. Maybe there's another rabbit hole where you're having to hide because you owe money and you owe money to a man, to the man, whatever the case may be. And you're trying to hide and find a sunny spot to kind of bask in. I don't know if this ex comes back or this person tries to like, hey, I've changed or everything's okay. 10 of Spears, 5 of Spears. I just feel like it's conflictual. Things, words and actions aren't going to add up. But even if you do, because obviously free will, if you were undecided and they're coming in Hangman style, you're going to find out. You will and I feel like that's the positive message in this. But I'm going to go back into the sun and the star because I'm looking for a new beginning. Yeah, and there's that sun down there. Thank you. See if it'll come through because I think it's like a dragon. And right about here is where I'm seeing it. So if that was the star up here and the sun and the star. You might even have 2 suns or 2 lovers. And maybe they are supporting you right now in this change if you're moving away from an ex, whether it's, you know, abuse oriented or it's just not working out.
What happened to me?
Like, there's just a lot. I don't know what happened, love. Ooh. Okay, we're adding on here as I'm moving down your ink blot. I do see a lot of protection. Something about dirt too. Oh, gentle gardener. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Okay, so there's somebody in spirit that is watching over you. Possibly up to 2 of them. But I feel like there's 3 people. So gentle guard. Okay, this card's probably not going to come through because there's a... Okay, so maybe you can see it way up there. The spirit watching. And there is 3 people down there. Now, whether it's, you know, 2 guardians or 2 parents and a child, or 1 parent and 2 children, I don't know what it is. It's something like that. But somebody is up in spirit, kind of watching you because in your ink blot, what I'm seeing is like all these protective wands or a fence of sorts, not the pergula, but it's sparkly. Something about dirt and gentle gardener. There's a compassion for what you're doing by those above you that are watching you make these moves with compassion, and it's like they send caring from the ghost lands. And something about time, like but if I could turn back time. Is that Cher? If I could find a way. Okay. I'm a horrible singer, but there you go. It came through. All right, Libras. Strength. You won't leave. Yeah, maybe you have a ghost or a guy. It does feel male. I hate to say it. And I don't know why I hate to say it. It is what it is. It's if it's one energy or the other energy. There is strength in your ability to listen for, keys and clues, I just heard. Keys and clues. And metamorphosis, sun and star. Okay, thank you. Metamorphosis. I also want to come back down into the coloring of what was the sun space, but see are they flamingos? Flamingos might mean something to somebody. They're standing out quite significantly. Right in about here, I want to place where your sun is. I want to place, or your solar plexus space. I want to place these flamingos. Yep. Solar plexus, sun. That's what I'm doing. I'm following my... for some reason, I want to place like the North Star as the sun. Like that is my guiding light. Where do I feel wellest? Where do I feel...
Tell me about it.
Bright? And then I kind of got this little thing of, but I don't want to shine too bright because I don't want them to find me again. Justice is here if this is in regards to any sort of separation, divorce, or just nasty breakup.
Granddaughter.
It could be universal justice. Well, universal justice is at play here. They're showing me that spirit looking over again. But if you're amidst this social justice system, I'm getting that sense of like turbulence. It could be turbulent. Okay. Libras, we have here family and manifestation. So there is some sort of justice coming in for your family, even if it was somebody in your family, father, a parent figure, or a son, uncle, brother, whatever the case may be, Libra. It is coming together to those who hold the intention of what they really wish to manifest in your body, in your being. Unseen was friendship. So I feel like you're going to be making a lot of new friends as well. that'll kind of become like your new family. Again, I want to come back to like that witness protection program kind of feel. Or moving where it's sunnier, like to in the south. It's like, oh, I just feel better here. You're moving towards the sun. 4 of Wands. Yep, standing on top of your new house, and you're like, yep, this is it. Maybe even like seasonally moving. You could be like, you know what, I'll winter here and summer here. So it's like you can follow the sun. Even if that means it's like, well, instead of having the traditional one, big house, or I might have rent a trailer or something in this part of the world, and then, or maybe rent a house, or something in another part of the world, so I can go, or maybe I own one. It's something along that line. So it's like I could go back and forth according to the seasons. 10 of Cups. Oh, there's your happy family. Yes. 5 of Swords, 2 of Swords. A lot of 2s have come through, and you'll receive your 10 of Cups simply by doing what you're doing. Following what fills you. Whether this is career, family, foes, this, that, or the other. If you're in any sort of injustice system, or feel like you're receiving injustice, it's like, can you flip it somehow to understand, to almost like get out of the imprisonment of right or wrong? Because I'm seeing like a whole lot of perspectives here. And everyone thinks that they're in the right, and everyone thinks the other one's in the wrong, and everyone thinks this, that, or the other. Ironically, I see, other than that stork up there, I don't get the sense of a whole lot of information other than, I don't know, there might have been abuse somewhere between this male to the female. And like, but there could be talk somewhere else, like in your mind, somehow changing the conversation. Okay, where are we at here, Libras? Death, Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to take 2 more. Okay, so we had here Death and the Ace of Pentacles. That came through for you. Really establishing that this is coming to an end in some way, shape, or form. I think right now you just need to focus on growing what feels well to the best of your ability. It's all like maybe you can't quite make moves yet, but you can still start designing it. By considering it, contemplating it, it's almost like the momentum, the magician, the momentum of manifestation listens to you. So to be in the 2 of Swords, and I know it came through again, 2 of Swords twice, so if that means anything to you, please follow that. 2 of Swords, 2 of Swords. When there's like this consistent indecision, it's almost like, well, I'm going to start, writing it down, or I'm going to start making one little action to promote the momentum to your magician. Where'd the magician go now? Right? We saw the magician. Yes. The manifesting and magician. I feel like this card is taken right off on me. Somebody's had to hide. Somebody has had to hide in regards to something. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that if this is your scry story, I'm sorry. Okay, so the stork turns into a swan, a Knight of Cups. Inevitably, it lands what I'm sensing is in your favor if you're true and blue to what you feel. And do the things that you need to protect yourself with, and know that it's not forever. It's like you might even feel like there's a part of you that's like regrowing again, but it has to be off to the side. And I mean that like I'm seeing like a little doll. And this little doll, maybe I talk to, maybe it's a person, and I'm just seeing it as a doll. Like there might be a person that you talk to, or a caseworker or something like that. And, I need to get out these facts or whatnot. And then I also have someone even to myself that I talk to and say, okay, So that was taken care of, got that off your chest, or, had to relive that. But now strum the heart of what you do want to make your magic keep gaining momentum. That's that Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, sorry. And it's just worth pointing out as I'm getting ready to close out here, because you might feel like you're going a little nuts, and maybe that's where you've had to go to hide out for a while because of this abuse. You've had to go and heal. Okay, see right here that whatever she's growing, that shape, that spiral, it's right there as well at the top of your gates, the top of your star and your sun. Libra, this is a tough read for me, but it was a tough read because it was uncomfortable.
Andrew.
But you're doing so well that I almost feel better knowing that you're in charge of this, if that makes sense. That you've got this. Doesn't mean you like it. Doesn't mean that there's good days and bad days all the time. But overall, in all the many pieces, I feel very safe with you in this energy. And what I'm getting the sense of is that at some point in time you didn't feel safe. But I feel safe with you now. And that's vulnerable and beautiful. And what's that term I just heard? I don't know how to say it because I don't think that's the way I'm supposed to say it. Anyway, something to be reckoned with. Something to be reckoned with. And there's something about money somewhere. I don't know. Okay, Libras, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe, even comment below if you see, sense, or feel anything. Always an inspiration. I love hearing from you. If you want a personal, the link's below. If you want to donate, completely grateful. And I look forward to your May fresh ink blot, and then we'll take a look at both perspectives. So until then, thank you.